What is up, family? What is good, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me through the mic right now by throwing those A's in the chat. What is up, people? Good to see everybody in. My goodness, we have made it through another nice weekend, right? It is time to bring ourselves back to the market, back into the game to see what is really real. What is up, Ian Tucker? I see you now, my brother. Good to see you there, my dude. Let me mute this thing out, right? I'm getting actually some feedback here on my end. But what is up, family? Good to see you at Smoke Screen. Devin, what is up, dude? Daniel Gonzalez, Lil AR15, thanks for coming on by. Yes, Devin, I got you, my dude. I got you. You know what? GNS is going to be one of the first ones we look at tonight, right? I want to see what's going on with that ticker. A lot of people talking about it, right? People telling me that it's going to run to the moon, right? And it's going to go insane. So, I'm curious, man. I am curious. I'm not gonna lie for 1 second. I'm not gonna ignore the requests on it, right? I know that you and a couple others were actually asking me for that, but I will say this: small caps in general, I want to say that I'm seeing a potential huge bear trap, right? But it's hard to call on things like that when the bottom side, when the play is very, very, very traditional for bears. And the reason I say that is because it's a formation that has a very small, miss rate, right? So it pretty much hits all the time. But I've noticed that there have been a few times where the play has been used for traps, either for the bulls and or the bears. So I think it's worth us taking a look at the ticker symbol IWM. Now the IWM measures it's the index for small caps, right? The Russell 2000. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that now. Let's go ahead and pop open the windows here and start off the analysis here with just that request, right? Let's start it off with GNS because we still have to take a look at ticker symbol SPY. We have to look at the ES against that, right? We need to look at the IWM, the VIX, and the XLE. Lots of things for us to look at and lots of things for us to keep under consideration here. But yes, I want to know what the small caps are doing because something is looking really strange. Okay. So from what I've put together here on GNS, 4-hour time frame, it looks like a measured move, potential top side coming in. We are breaking out of a long-standing descending channel, right? So this descending channel is actually giving us the potentials of a continuation to the upside, and we can measure that breakout. We've actually done it a couple times already, but it just always kind of fakes out. It never really takes over. Right, so the way you do that is actually you take a trend line from the top side of the channel to the bottom side, just like this, right? And then we apply it to that breakout candle. So it looks like the last 4-hour print that we got on Friday, that's the first clean close. This one here, clean because it's not touching the support or the resistance at all. So let's put our measured move there. And it looks like it's already reaching one of the targets that we're speculating, right? It looks like 62.58 is in line for us. That's only one way of looking at things too, though, okay? So I also understand that we potentially have a little bit of a bull flag situation happening here. And that also presents its own measured move per se, right? Formations have their own way of observing price, right? So if we were to take into consideration the breakout of the bull flag, then take a look at that, right? It's very similar in the target. So those are two. But very happy to see everybody here. Thank you for coming on by. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you here. Sorry guys, let me know if I'm still connected into the YouTube stream, right? I just got a little bit of an error here. I should probably consider removing the Wi-Fi on my phone so we could continue comfortably. Let me get rid of that now. Wow. All right. Johnny Barnes, what's up, my dude? Good to see you here. Awesome. Thank you. I wanted to make sure that I was streaming still. And sorry. So Aaron, what do you have on there, dude? That was ticker LAIN. Let me put it in here and I'll try to get to it, buddy. LAIN. Is that what it is, or which one is it, buddy? Am I reading it right? Should probably put on the glasses, right? Yeah, Aaron, let me know what ticker that is, buddy. I'm not catching it. LA. Oh, then, dude, do you see it in here? Let me know if you do. The OT, not even that actually. LANTR? Or that? LIAN. Sorry. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Good deal. Good deal. Thanks for that one. Let me just make sure that we can have that in the books and continue on with. Yeah, no problem, Devin. You got it, buddy. You got it. All good. No problem. No problem at all. All right, so let's go ahead and continue the analysis here and take a look at continue here with GNS, right? So we want to validate the continuation or invalidate the bull thesis that we have presently. I know that GNS has a strong sentiment behind it, so there could be that. So let's look into that now. What is the 4-hour time frame telling us on momentum and volatility? Okay. You have a slight deviation to the downside here. We're critically expanded, so that makes me want to look at the hourly now. Let's see. Okay, hourly time frame, nice thrust, and a 30-minute time frame getting a little exhausted, okay? But yes, we still have upside pivots on these earlier time frames, which make me believe that the 4-hour time frame will essentially correct and push on to the 6-hour continuation. We're getting massive expansion on all of these time frames too. 8-hour and 12-hour. Yeah, I especially see the upside coming in the later part of the day tomorrow. Still with a potential in the earlier part, no problem, but specifically towards intraday's mid-session, somewhere around there. But let's continue on here, right? Because this is a bit curious. So this is who is that guy? Roger Hamilton, I think, is the CEO for GNS. Okay, so yeah, good signs here, right? Above the EMA 200, above the SMA 100 and 50. And we're using those as a bounce for a continuation to the upside, right? So this would be your 200, this would be your SMA 100, and you have your SMA 50 right up here. All right, next little tiny signal, right? I know that it's the after hours here, but, you have a hammer candle here. That would be a reversal signal all in all. So are we catching that? Let's see. I think we are set to potentially make a little bit of a downside move at the pre-market. If we do have that, right? Yeah, looks like we do have a pre-market. Yeah. I do think that we could make a little bit of a retracement here, specifically to this area here one more time to around 4209 before continuing to the upside. Let's go to the daily and see what the stats are telling us, right? Let's see. That would be ABT stats, and let's pull up that diagram. Okay, so it looks like we could move about 4.5 cents in a day. We're at about 42 cents at daily. Hold on just a sec, I'll get you. 43. Okay. Interesting. All right, so yeah, we're set to test the highs again. We need to make sure to get over those highs. The highs are around 48 cents. You have about a 4.5 to 5 cent average true range. That means that you technically could make it to right here. That's your daily ATR top to 48.58. So if we don't make it above the 48.58, then there's going to be a little bit of pressure here. That's going to be a bearish formation in the daily time frame. That would be a tweezer top. And that would be, that would have us come right back down, all the way back down to around 41, maybe even to 37.78. But yes, I do see an upside continuation, very immediate short-term time frame drawback before a continuation to the upside. But other than that, if I'm speaking here directly from momentum and volatility, then the fact that you're getting several time frames in the expansion zone here, you have the hourly there, you have the bi-hourly at expansion, right? Critical expansion, I mean. You have your 3 hour at critical expansion, 4 hour, 6 hour. You have your 8 hour, 12 hour, and your daily is headed towards that. That means that I'm attracted to the daily time frame because the daily time frame just fired off a signal for continuation. And let's see. Yeah. Yep. It definitely fired it off. So this signal right here is continuation. We have the upside, let's see, moving average above the 15th percentile. The component, the volatility component above the 15th percentile as well. And we have the upside pivot on stochastic momentum. That is absolutely the criteria here for us to follow. And that means that I would actually have to put in I would actually like to perform a back test on this, and that'll tell us how far up we can go, because man, one of the last times that this happened was this move here. Let me get rid of the moving averages. Holy crap, right? This is the last time that happened here. So that move was a move from around 52.92 to about $1.80. So that's massive, right? And that's it's very similar to what's happening around that time. And let's see. Yeah, the move broke out right about here at the opening of 50 cents. And then as soon as we touch the 90 percentile right up here, which is this candle, top side of that candle was 175. So yeah, that was the signal. We broke the signal here, continued. We had the upside pivot on stochastic momentum. That was about, let's see, I will say that the signal getting fired was a little deviated, so maybe that could have been a little bit of a shorter move. It would have been around here, but still, the lows of this was 66 cents. Still good. 66 to $1.75 is just massive, right? So, and the situation that we're in right now, well, let me take a look at a couple others, right? This was another one right here, and damn, that one too. What the hell? Okay, so this was the signal break right here. So that means that it opened at 34 cents. Good God. Okay, so 34 cents, and we made it to this. Well, this was the top of the signal here, to 224. Holy God. Okay, so yeah, there are iterations here of massively powerful moves. It looks like there was another one here, but this one looks like it had not such a huge upside, but still, it did have an upside nonetheless. So this had an opening of 191 and made it to the top of, let's see, 230. So that was a good 40-cent move to the upside. This is not one. Okay, and that was the last signal here. So there's only a few signals here, but for the majority of them, they've been pretty powerful moves. Right? Yeah, even this one here. Let's take a look at that one. Let's see. Yeah, this here. So signal fired off as soon as we got the upside of the moving average with the volatility component. So that would be right about here. Damn, it marked the bottom. Perfect. So right here, the opening of this candle was 80 cents. And it ran to... freaking hell. And it ran to 120. Yeah, nice. Okay. So Johnny Barnes is saying rumors had it there could be a lawsuit for $300 million. What? No way. And Devin saying nice back testing. So that's it's one of the ways, but I just manually did it right here, right? But the backtest would really be to measure the duration of that iteration, getting the upside thrust from opening of the signal to the range high of the signal, creating an average And then from the average, creating a standard distribution, and from the standard distribution, creating the upper and lower bounds of the first, second, and third standard deviations. So from that standard deviation originally to the first, second, and third upper and lower bounds, and then we would have some pretty nice targets to go off of. But nonetheless, it's a very powerful signal. And we've had this signal fire off with stochastics at an even higher valuation. So this still, underneath the bullish control zone, still firing off in here. It's still very powerful. Actually, probably even more powerful. It has more room. So that's that. GNS is looking like it's going to create some type of explosive move soon, and that could be seen through volatility and momentum. And it's funny because that's exactly what I say. Is just like there could be some catalyst at hand here, and it just so happened. Oh my god, damn, bro, that guy's a freaking goon. You don't even know how to ride. Get the fuck out of here. That guy just power shifted down the freaking road. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so but yeah, team, this is potentially going to make a massive upside. Just to give you an idea, right, for continuation, this is just one of the iterations here. That was damn. Yeah, it's about a 222% runner there. The other one that we saw, let's see, I think I said, oh yeah, it was to this candle here, right? So, I mean, this is just the beginning of the signal, and it just continues on its own type of continuation. But from the firing of the signal, that is, this runner here was a 512% runner. Nice. Very cool. And from that smaller, yeah. So I think, damn, you know what? Those are not bad moves. Jeez. For it being such a tiny stock, and that's powerful as all hell. And this one here, that measured, damn, even this one, even the smaller iteration was a 57 to 60% move to the upside. Very cool. Lewis, what's up, buddy? He's asking me, are you buying any crypto, ARCa? I'm done. I'm done being broke. I'm waiting for dominance to actually show some serious upside, right? But I still have I have some small bags in there, right, of Shiba and Doge from way back then. They're in the money now, like a lot, but they're but not anywhere near as big as I would like them to be. But if I were to buy altcoins, I guess that's the question that you're asking me. Sure. And what, by the way, let me, that's something that I should have put up here in the first place, right? So let me bring up here BTC, because I was expecting BTC to make a bit of a correction, right? So let me see what it's doing. So it's 68,000. It did recover a little bit, but it's still kind of hovering here, right? So this is kind of a technical breakdown even still. If I can still get a pullback, on BTC, I think that I can probably look into tickers like potentially XRP, right? Things like that. Things with utility. I know that there's a lot of fans out there for XRP and stuff, but other than that, man, I'm really just a big fan of Bitcoin in general. Just BTC is like for me, that's just the way to go, right? But I'm just saying. But anyway, let me go ahead and get this continuation here. But yeah, remember, man, that me personally, because I've read the roadmap, I've read the white paper for BTC. I read how the burn supply was set to end up at a number of 121 million Bitcoin, by the end of its run, and never ever create another one again. That all speaks to me, decentralized, and it speaks to me the money, the people's money, right? So I'm just saying that I feel like Bitcoin is the biggest bet. But yeah, for altcoins, I'm a big fan of Ethereum, big fan of Solana and XRP. Just saying, right? CoinFox, I think he may have been disconnected. But let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here, team. I just wanted to point out here a quick little, a quick little thing regarding BTC. But other than that, team, this is what I'm kind of seeing, right? I'm not the biggest fan of microcaps and small caps, but whatever is happening here. So I'm not sure, CoinFox, I'm not sure if you actually caught this right just now, but there is a massive potential signal here on this ticker GNS, and I know that it has a lot of sentiment behind it. But anytime that volatility has reached this critical low, right, within the 15th percentile of volatility, and started an expansion phase, particularly with the moving average and the volatility component pivoted towards the upside. I'm talking multiple time frames here, right? But specifically the daily, we have the expansion phase fired, right? So this happens whenever the moving average and the volatility component have this upside pivot. So this is the upside pivot here. And if I match that with stochastic, you can actually see that we're pivoting towards the upside too. So we have a fired signal here. And I was doing a quick little back test here, very, very discretionary back test. I haven't I haven't put in my complete thesis just yet, including my statistics, the averages with the standard deviations and the upper and lower bounds of the first, second, and third. I haven't done any of that just yet. But looking at prior iterations here, which by the way are not many, but still good to consider, the smallest iteration I'm catching is around 60% upside thrust. This iteration here, very similar, right? Breakout from the 15th percentile of linear volatility here. Huge upside on this, 222% pumper. We have another one here with a 527% pump as well, right? So very interesting situation here. You know what? Actually, there is another signal here, but this was kind of a difficult one, right? As it had an upside, but it had it from the opening of this candle here, which, had some downside first, but data is data nonetheless. So this it had about a 14% run. So despite the fact that it still had downside, it still experienced an upside. What's curious of this is that the ending of this signal being only to here, that means that we just went from critical contraction to expansion and cut the signal at that candle, right? But there is also another backtest that I can consider. That would be the contraction phase with an upside of stochastics. So we may be able to catch two independent types of signals here. An expansion phase upside and a contraction phase upside combination, which is something that I've never really experienced before. And I'm noticing the potential of this in this freaking, dare I say, shit stock, You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know. But the immediate short-term time frame, you have some looking at this in more of a trivial type of way, right? You have a technical breakout happening right now, right? So you have a long-standing channel here, right? You're having this huge channel breakout, right? Long time channel. You also have a little bit of a bull flag happening in the immediate short term. So that's giving you a potential top side of around 62 cents. The average upside thrust, your ATR on this, right? Your average true range is around 4 to 5 cents, which implies that we need to get over the daily range, right? Prior day, let's see, actually Thursday's high would be 48 cents, and we're sitting on the after hours at 43 cents. So 43 cents to this upside here, just 5-6 cents up. That's implying that we would reach, or we would get an immediate short-term time frame downside, right? Reaccumulate, continue on this accumulation here, and reach that resistance level of around 48. The dangerous thing here is the time that we reach that top side. If we reach it anywhere within, say we reach it before Euro close, then we could be shifting to the downside here, thus leaving a tweezer top. And that would be kind of a bearish outlook for this. But if we did it after Euro close and after NYSE lunch, then there could be that shift of the algos, right? We'll make a a buy side algo or a top side of the VWAP algo, whatever it is, right? We'll get it to ride to the upside and have it potentially continue to a bullish close post hours, which is honestly what I think could be happening. I'm spending a lot of time on this ticker because I can't believe kind of what I'm seeing here, right? Because there is something in line. And get this too. CoinFox is saying, so in January they had an effective filing. They pumped and did an offering. Okay, now they have another effective from this month, so be careful for after hours offering. Dude, yes. So CoinFox, here's the other thing. Where is it? Johnny Barnes in YouTube is saying, rumor has it that they could be facing a lawsuit for $300 million. So it's just a rumor. There's no it's nothing tangible, and I can't latch on to anything like that, right? But I'm just speaking on what the charts are saying. But yeah, if there is a post hours offering, then holy crap, brace yourself and get your get your butt ready to be handed, right? So it's gonna be a little dangerous there. But yeah, and which leads me to the next thing, right? It's because I think that there could be a shift in the IWM, which is small caps, right? So small caps is experiencing right now a bearish. This is a very rudimentary breakdown formation. You're sending broadening wedge. This thing has a measured bottom side of 197.97. But something is making me feel like this is now trying to reverse. So let's see. CoinFox is asking, does anyone know if GNS has any other upcoming catalysts? Chat, please go ahead and let me know if there are any catalysts that we should be keeping an eye on. Hey, Frank, good to see you here, my buddy. Yes, we will be going over the statistics for Tesla, right? So far, right, just to give you a quick little update, right? So far, we were expecting a drop to this level, which was the firing of the signal of volatility versus momentum. And we were looking for a 160.10 to about a 158.81 discretionary, right? But our measured move was 160.12. We got a bottom side of 160.51, so we nailed that, to the 98%, I guess. I will say that for the time being, the signal is still fired off. Okay, so we're gonna now observe the continuation for the statistics, right? Because we do have that entire metric set out right here for us. This is our distribution curve. So we'll go ahead and go over all of these stats from the linear volatility versus stochastic momentum backtest. Thank you for asking, by the way, but yes, it is in line for us to take a look at it. So now, Johnny Barnes is saying they were saying offering was on February 15th. It never happened. Smoke Screen is saying, yeah, Hamstren is going to buy the float. CoinFox, I wouldn't be surprised if Joe H already owns the float. Joe H. Oh, my goodness, dude. I don't know where Joe H is, but if he's here, come on and say hi, my buddy. So the 24-hour market, just ignore it. What? Frank, what is it saying? Where's Tesla at right now? No, we don't necessarily ignore that, right? But it's I keep it in mind here and there. I keep the 24-hour market in mind. I'm curious. I'm actually curious. Let me see where it is. So TSLA open. Remember, guys, I turned off my Wi-Fi, so is that where it's at? 167? Is that really where it is? 167.52 24-hour? 167.22. Day was 163. Post hours was 164. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, but we did. CoinFox and I did go. We actually. I don't know if it was me and. Oh, it may have been me and Cryptic Trader. We spoke about the potential upside on Friday, but we got the downside on Thursday. Now that I'm remembering. Yeah. So the zigzag, right? The ebb and flow for this play for the continuation of the play. It's not going to be a one-sided thing. We're not going to have one capitulation candle down to. One of the lower targets that I'm expecting for Tesla is 135, 132, 135, around there. Just don't hold it against me, right? Just like the entire world did when we were at 240 and I was saying we were dropping the 164. Hey man, the statistics or the stats, okay, man. The back test is the back test. I'm not making this information up. It's there for everybody to see, man. I do not give one hell. So I pointed that shit out and it went right. So from there, I'm just washing my hands, man. We just played that downside because that's all we needed to do. We just needed to determine that direction and then trade that ebb and flow, right? So, I mean, believe you me, man, I was trading up and down that whole way. So Double X is saying GNS March 21 investor call, the investor call providing post-merger guidance. Investor, is that that's not a shareholders meeting or what is that? The virtual meeting will be held as a YouTube live stream and will include... Frank, we're gonna go over that timing right now, buddy. I forgot exactly what the stats are, but we will go over it. Yeah, hell yeah, right? You already noticing it, Sebastian Lim already. Man, of course it would be. Yes, man. Sebastian Lim already noticing the bear flag, or well, to be fair, we could kind of call it a bear pennant, right? But let's see. So CoinFox is saying Genius Group Limited shares are trading on high volume Friday after the company on Thursday announced the completion of its merger with FatBrain AI. The details: Genius Group said it completed the merger, acquiring FatBrain AI in all-stock transaction on Thursday. So cool. Under the terms of the agreement, Genius Group acquired the AI software assets. So we can kind of see why this thing is, posing some danger here to the short bias traders. And let's see. What else do we have here? So Johnny Barnes is saying that post-merger growth strategy roadmap to 100 million students goal Genius City plan, right? Roadmap to 100 Genius cities goal upgraded AI product and partnership plan to $1 billion in revenue. That's the goal update on... I'm having a little trouble reading the way you're putting it, but it's okay. Update on legal actions revised 2024 financial guidance. Q&A to answer shareholder inquiries. Gotcha. That's super interesting. That's giving us a potential for something for ticker symbol GNS, right? So some of those early moves could be seen here as soon as as soon as tomorrow. Very early moves, but what I will say and remind you again is that the upside breakout move is already kind of fired off, so that signal is good to go. And FatBrain is the OTC stock. I see. Cool. Well, very, very cool. I love that we were all able to share all of this information here, right? Because, let me see here. CoinFox. Yeah, let me look at that. Okay, let me get rid of the drawings here. Nice. Damn. Okay, well, that's definitely giving us a little bit of a hint. 10 days, 17 hours to close this monthly candle, and it is holding prior bar top as a support right now. So if we do, let me see, where was the resistance at? Resistance at, it's just, there's a little bit of a gap here. That kind of has a little bit, if it has enough psychological thrust, then this probably wouldn't matter. but this is confluent to the bottom side of November 2023 and August 2023, right? That's your monthly floors, 50-10. GNS has an options chain. Hey man, this thing looks like it's gonna do it. Actually, oh crap, there is also. Am I seeing that right? Hold on just a second. Hold up. Let me just start up a whole new chart here. That looks like another. Let me see. Let me put this on log. Maybe on a weekly, I think I see it. It looks like a falling wedge, maybe. But and it also looks. Damn. All right, we got the weekly close here. Tweezer bottom, outside bar, massive break of market structure. This is huge right here by itself. So that nice. Oh my goodness. So sorry guys, let me come back here to the chat and look at your monthly. You have a falling, yeah. CoinFox, I'm looking at a falling wedge here too. And what is that you're showing me right here? So SPY gap fill 40. That's funny. That's funny because that's what I tell everybody, right? I tell everybody to not. Gap downs are 100% filled and the gap ups are not filled. That's funny. That's a good. CoinFox is saying now check the 12 months. See you at 15. Let me see the. Let me take a look at that 12 month. Right, getting this. I mean, bro. Damn. That doesn't look like the best ever, right? So fluctuations could happen here, right? 9 months of fluctuations and then bam, all the way down. So there could be, yeah, guys. I mean, also there's only freaking 3 candles here, right? So that's, it is highly, well, I mean, to be honest, this is an inverted hammer, right? Combined with tweezer bottom. It's just, I hate that we broke the structure here, right? We got that red wick down there. Hopefully we can close this candle on the green. And and then I think there could be some hopium here outside of dying, you know? So I guess the shorter term time frames are presenting a pretty nice continuation signal here, but the annual is still very questionable, right? So options, what's up, buddy? Good to see you here. So Joseph saying, bro, I love to hear you every day because you have so much passion, and it's like you're talking to a beautiful Brazilian brunette, and you are all excited. Dude, I hope that I'm not, you know, this kind of excitement would probably scare a girl away, man. Can't do that. I gotta keep it cool. I gotta keep it sepsy. So, cryptic traders, the brunette. Let's see what we have here. Okay. So anyway, team, let me go ahead and continue on, and I need to take a look at a couple things outside of. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take care of that one more. Options is saying, hey guys, I believe MicroStrategy will be starting their BTC purchases tomorrow and close the purchases up on Friday. They are buying over $500 million. Just FYI, if anyone is trading this horse. I was just looking at BTC in the futures, and it's not looking like I mean, if they're going to start buying this week, I think. Let me see. ARCa is gay. He don't like Brazilian brunettes. Your mom, fool. Of course I like Brazilian brunettes. Don't you let Cryptic Trader tell you otherwise. Tell him that's not true, Cryptic. He loves the women. Right? Anyway. So check this out. We have a downside move on the 4-hour time frame. This is a potential dead cat bounce on this thing, man. If it's respecting any type of there you go again with your fucking bullshit, man. Get the fuck out of here. Are you losing in futures or what? What's going on? Come over here. I'm going to caress you. Guys, the downside move here for BTC1 is coming down to 61,595. I'm not sure if that's truly the thing here, right, man? But CoinFox did say last week, very bravely enough, he said 62,000. What, on Thursday or Friday or what? You know what I mean? Our boy is no way. Oh, that's right. You were showing me yesterday. You were showing me yesterday with that with the bottom. I'm sorry. With that guy was a huge buyer, big buyer around 60,000. So I mean, if we're getting this bearish signal here, then that's what it is. Right. Just in case options. I'm giving you that quick little thing right there. Right. $500 million worth to clarify. Let's see. Dude, I mean, I'm wondering why they would want to just buy it anywhere, because this is a technical breakdown, dude. And they could very well take this thing to the downside. I mean, sentiment could take this to the downside. This is like, dude, this is a very freaking obvious setup too. I don't know that. I mean, dude, people are gonna do what they're gonna do, right? But this is a bear setup all day, and there could be larger moves to the downside even. There are a few ways to measure this too, man. In fact, I could maybe see it on a buy hourly too. Let me see. Couple of ways. Couple of ways that this could be measured, right? So there's this. Let's see. I want to see if I can catch. Hold on. Let me see if I could do it from here. This may be more like it. And even still, that feels like a similar target. Look, watch. Oh, but I mean, yeah, this candle here is completely in the way. I can't really tell. So there is another target, right? There could be 63.2. And that's if I'm even measuring it the right way, because dude, this has a lot of fluctuation, right? Like particularly this. Look at this. Somebody could just be measuring your neckline like this, right? They could just be seeing it like that. And then they could measure this thing like, it's just, I don't like to go off of just formations, dude. I'd rather backtest and give you an actual target. But if this thing continues to the downside, even on that sense, then you're getting a 60,900. And then the guy that's, there's someone on the options. There's somebody in the book map. How big is that purchase options? I can't really see it here from my screen. Yeah. Wait. Is that true? CoinFox is saying we usually dump after Sailor buys. He's trying to buy. So that purchase is 60,000 Bitcoin at 60K. Is that really true? Let's take a look. CoinFox, is that what it is? 60,000 BTC at 60K? On the let me see if I can zoom into that thing. I could barely see it. Hold on. There we go. Oh, dude. You're looking at a cumulative of around of around 1,000, around 1,000 Bitcoin on the way down. More than that. If maybe. So let's see. Options is saying all of my positions closed out last week, so I'm not in any positions with MicroStrategy. Dude, I hope not, right? Because that Thursday analysis that we put together for 100% worked out. There was just a huge downside after that. But let's see. No, we pump and so it pumped and then it. So the last two times options is saying it actually went up on Sailor's buy. And the last offering was 25% run. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, sorry, say that again, Coin. I think that's really interesting, man. But I mean, if that's the case, dude, this I guess well, I can't trust. Dude, I'm not speaking to anyone, right? I don't know about anything. I just know about the charts. So if I were a buyer, right, I would wait for the dip, and then from here, which I was just saying that earlier. Actually, I was saying to someone who asked me if I was buying any crypto assets. I said maybe on a further dip. Just not even big money, just something that I could long hold forever. Sure, maybe XRP, Solana. I'm a big fan of Ethereum, but I'm the biggest fan of BTC because I mean I've read BTC's white paper. It's just that's really why. But let's see. Fire Friday, it pumped before close on Friday. It pumped before close on Friday. Yeah, you got that little bit of a run on Friday, right? I did see it here. That's like that pump is like the technical shoulder. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna say to kind of just watch out, right? There are silly formations here and there, but all good. But anyway, let me take a look at the SPY because overall, I'm seeing that this thing has some downside continuation. We're still, in all reality, we're still in a bullish formation. It doesn't look like a full-on reversal time. It really just looks like we could find a new local low. And I have to point out, I really do have to point out that 503 level feels like we're headed straight for it. Right? So, which leads me to believe that if we're dropping, what's the 12-hour close? 509.79. Yeah. Which leads me to believe that if we are dropping, that's going to be a 10 point, or yeah, I would say the efforts of about 2 or 3 days here to drop, not considering consolidation days. So we could continue to the downside, right? We could continue to that downside, find the 503 bottom, and then continue our merry way to the upside. Which leads me to talk about the IWM. So IWM, this is really weird because for once I'm about to kind of correlate these to each other. Everything else is kind of acting a little weird, right? So I'm wondering if the IWM is assisting in the weight that the S&P is enduring, right? So if there is a continuation to the downside here, I would first look up in the immediate short term. What I mean by that is that we could test the prior day's high. So intraday tomorrow, 511, 512-ish, whatever that high was. Let's see what it was. Yeah, maybe even up to 514. This thing does have a $5 average true range, right? We could make our way up to that prior day's high. If that's the case, then we would let's see, 513.59-ish, right? But we have, it looks like it was 511. Yeah, keep an eye on 511.72 to about 513.79 before this continues on a downside. Last week I said SPY would dump, bounce, and doji. Total, this is CoinFox speaking, right? Total chop fest last week. And this week may be the same till... Yeah, I agree. NVIDIA conference could pump all AI stocks. We need to look at C3 AI. Agreed. In NVIDIA last conference, this thing ramped hard. Okay. All right. So... let me look at the freaking signals here, man. Damn it. This is getting tough. Everything, the consolidation that we experienced here, you know, from half of the day all the way to the post market end, that makes it tough, right? That makes it tough. So let's see. Okay. Take a look at your 30-minute signals here on stochastics, right? Hell yeah, we know exactly where we're going here. Even the freaking stochastic is like, what am I doing? Like, where are we going? All right, immediate short-term complete contraction, 10-minute contraction downside, 5-minute contraction downside 2, 30 contraction, and hourly starting its contraction phase. We may not see the move. I think we're gonna gap down. So there may be some upside into the Euro hours, but at the early, maybe by around 6 a.m. my time, right? So let's just say this pre-market NYSC, we could be experiencing a downside further than the post hours close. 509.79 could be at around 508.88, potentially down to around 508.40 to test that low, right? And that would be your weekly low. So if you have that weekly low, that means that if we penetrate the weekly low, then there could be a further downside. And if we are to combine that in some type of psychological formation, then you do have a dead cat here. So if you have the dead cat, we can go ahead and apply this. And it looks like the downside target could be around 506.13. I've already been observing this target from last week, 505.83. I think we may have... Oh my goodness, dude. I think we may have a gap down coming in. Let me see the 8-hour time frame. And then I'm going to evaluate the small caps on IWM because this is getting really weird. Expansion phase starting in the 8-hour time frame with a downside pivot. Okay. That's already a good signal. Let me get rid of volatility here and get rid of momentum. And we have drives. Yeah, definitely. My goodness. We have several drives of regular bearish divergence. And they are validated. So this being one right here, right? That would be this pivot here. This would be your second drive. And it's already validated. Oh, crap. That is, oh man, still, I can't believe it. Damn, there are multiple signals here, team. There are multiple signals for sell-off. And for continuation. This is no good. This little pivot here is no good. I'm getting multiple signals of bearish divergence. And this is likely to experience a downside. Let's see. I hope it does run it, man. I hope the NVIDIA thing does run. It'll, well, I mean, we've been watching that NVIDIA has the potential to correct everything, right? Because NVIDIA does, Here's the thing that we're not looking at, though, dude. We're not looking at Apple. You know, Apple had a very nice recovery run afterward, but if you remembered, things definitely experienced a downside. Everything did. Apple is no tiny stock to undermine. We're talking about a 2.67 trillion market cap here. This is also the bigger than freaking crypto, right? So this is something we have to keep in mind. Now, while we did get an upside continuation on Friday, we have now printed a new lower low. And it looks like we're in the process of printing a new higher low. So we have to watch out for this. Apple is going to drag the freaking world down with it if it continues to the downside here with their freaking issues. This is a very important signal for us to keep in mind. CoinFox is saying SPY 487 to 486.33 in play in his opinion. Same here. That would be with an inflection break of 503. I agree. One of my first targets would actually land right in here at 526 to 499.07 to eventually touching down one of these boxes here to where you're speaking of. 490.57 to 482.80. We have a chop area in there that we have to see about, right? Confluent lows, confluent supports, everything, man. Resistances and everything. Jeez, that's a complete package here. So I agree. But we just have to break a few critical levels. And that would be implying that we're going to get some really bad news. But if we are going to get that bad news, then we're potentially seeing some of those signs now. Let's look at small caps here because the IWM is playing some weird games against the SPY too. Let me see how this is running on a correlation coefficient against the SPY. Let me pull up the weekly time or daily time frame at, wow. Oh, man. It's May of 2023. I spoke about the IWM having a complete inverse reaction to the SPY, and it did. But since then, we have now ran into the 90th percentile of correlation between the SPY and the IWM. Very curious. Which is why I was just saying that, guys, there could be something here with the small caps and the micro caps. There is an absolute correlation between the broader markets and the small caps, which is really insane. Man. Okay, I'm not speaking of a daily time frame, okay? I'm not speaking of that. I'm speaking of the weekly, macro. But on daily time frame, we're also in the 80th percentile. So that means that whatever the SPY does, the IWM may also. Oh, dude. Okay. New information is in. Now we know. Okay. This means that we could be setting up for a continuation to the downside on the IWM, which will present some pressure to the downside on small caps and micro caps, mids, large, and chips. You heard it here. Let's see. So I think there could be a drawdown too, CoinFox to there. So come back to test the 513 to 514 prior to Powell. But so immediate short-term upside is what I'm looking at here too. I was going to speak about that here. I'm thinking we come back and test the Friday highs, right? Around that 203.08. Potentially to, let's see if I can set this in a really discretionary manner. I'd say the upper bounds of around 203.65, but that's a temporary resistance. If we can actually make it to around 204.74 on the IWM, then I don't know if that would invalidate here a downside, but that could be giving us a signal for continuation on small cap. Hold on. Let me see the 4-hour time frame and see if we're getting any signals here for an upside. It's very corrective and very speculative, right? But let me see the hourly. Dude. Man, small caps are about to experience a freaking something not that good. Something not so chill. Hold on. Dude. Small caps, okay. If there is a downside, it's gonna be early this Monday. And there could be recovery. Yeah. Okay. Man, thank goodness. Which leads on to the thesis that CoinFox has. That we're potentially going to run into the Fed meeting. Guys, this is going to be such an important week. It's going to be such an important week because Monday small caps drop, SPY drops. We now have, dude. Yeah, honestly, Cryptic, I do think it's good because this will allow the chips, dude. What I'm looking at here is that if we can have the small caps drop with the SPY, right? Watch me here. So if the SPY with the small caps drop to a lower level, potentially into the 200 zone, that means that the upside pressure will not only be thrusted by large caps and blue chips, it's going to be also pressured by small caps too. So there could be a broader market upside Tuesday and Wednesday. Like everything. And that upside together, meaning including small caps, including all sectors here, like that could be a pretty massive run before we get into the volatility of the Fed speak. So yeah, I think the IWM is going to pressure the SPY up, and the SPY is going to pressure everything up. And then if we have that good news from the what was it, the Nvidia thing, then yeah, I think we're going to experience a pretty interesting run into the Powell speech. But we just have to see it. We have to kind of test this, right? I mean, aside from that, this IWM on a 3 hour, this is an ascending triangle too, right? So, measured moves here could lead all the way up to around 205.54 for small caps. So that means that there is going to be a small chance for your small cap assets to see an upside. So if you see a massive upside on your small cap Tuesday to Wednesday, probably around those stops, risk off. Right? So yeah, pretty much options, right? Yeah. Oh man, that's good. So let's look at the top side here in the daily time frame of the IWM. So we have nice. $3.21. I was just talking about this target here, 204.19 to 204.74. That gives you your daily ATR top of 204.46. And then I was hoping that we could run into the 200 zone. Look at this. Daily ATR low, 198.03. Man, hell yes. So just keep an eye on those things, right, team? Like I said, on Tuesday, if you're noticing that your small cap assets are running to the upside, and maybe into Wednesday, don't stick around the markets to wait for what the hell JPP is going to say, right? J Powell. Don't wait around for that, because if it's bad news, we're noticing here that the IWM is completely correlated to the SPY right now. They are jacked to each other, which is really powerful and something that doesn't always happen. What I'm saying here is that you're gonna be able to, for a short amount of time, you're gonna be able to trade the small caps like you do the large caps. You understand how big that is? Like this doesn't happen often, but the correlation has synced. It's kind of like when you're observing a blinker in the stoplight, right? Like someone else's blinker. It's going, that you see their light going on and off and on and off, and then you hear the sound of your blinker going tick, 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 and then at one point they match together, and then after a few seconds they start deviating from each other and it's no longer in time. That's what I'm talking about. That at this point, we're in that pocket to where the IWM and the SPY are correlated to each other for this time period, and they're going to deviate afterward. So keep an eye on those things, right? So if that's the case, man, I don't know what the hell else is going to happen to everything else, but yeah, that's literally the best way I can explain it to you. All right, the next thing to support the continuation to the downside is volatility. VIX is actually getting us a pretty interesting upside here, but that isn't a bad thing here. If we reach 16 of the VIX, that's bears, right? Notice this. Notice how the SPY up here behaves when volatility increases to that 16 point. Look at the SPY. Right? But this recovery, this downside, that means upside SPY. And guess what? In technical terms, this is a shooting star. So that means downside VIX. So we could be experiencing, like we said, Tuesday to Wednesday upside, maybe even Monday, maybe even half of the, let's see, after the half a session after mid-session Monday, there could be a recovery to the upside in the SPY. I think that we're gonna drop first, though. We're gonna gap down. So, but yeah, historically speaking, that is, I mean, it's clear as day, right? Check it out. This is your volatility index. Any time that we move away from that 16%, SPY increases. Anytime that we get closer to that 16%, SPY decreases. Right? So heads up. This increase right here, we got to that 16 point. Look at this. From this candle, being this candle, to this low, this candle to this high. So heads up on that. Heads up on that. Just giving you some little a couple little things that I teach my master students and whoever else, right? Just a few trade tricks. Nothing special, just tricks. Okay. So now that backed us. So now let's look at let's look at ticker symbol TSLA for its continuation. Oh man, big time analysis here, right? So on Wednesday evening for the market prep, we noticed that there was a critical signal fired, and it was one that we used for the drop that we experienced Tesla from that 240 to the 169 or 170 bottom. That signal fired off again on Wednesday. The Wednesday that just passed, of course, right? So leading into Thursday, we put our downside targets to this level here of 160.10 to about 158.81, of which we reached a low of 160.51 from the 160.10. So pretty damn close. We're nailing the targets already. Okay, so Friday, right, we were getting the comments here on Thursday evening for the market prep. I was being asked, so ARCa, what are you thinking for Tesla's continuation for the downside? Well, you know, both myself and Cryptic spoke about our thoughts about the upside coming in on Friday, and it was true, right? So we got an upside on Friday. Now that happened, there could be an interesting setup for a continuation to the downside. And this is where my analyst, Sebastian Lim, comes in. He noticed a bear flag. And that is also true. It could be a bear pennant as well, right? So this is getting ready for a potential drop. So let's validate it. Let's make sure that we can put ourselves into the chart here and see if we are getting a continuation to the downside. What is the hourly time frame of volatility telling us? Okay, I'm going to bring up stochastic momentum so that we can understand and see what that position is. Cryptic Trader saying Tesla needs to break 160.53 for continuation to about 153.40. Completely agreed. Absolutely agreed. So your hourly time frame is already catching kind of a little bit of a deviation here, right? It's getting this curvature to the downside. Volatility is clearly dropping. This is your ATR. right? It's dropping. We're contracting into these. The moving average has now been crossed by the component, right? The volatility component. We're going inside of the 15% of contraction. That means that the upside is exhausting. That means that the bulls are getting exhausted at this point. Although we experienced that upside right into Friday, of course, we deviated a little bit, right? But completely recovered. But we didn't recover to the pre-market high. We only recovered to the day's high. And we are rejecting the day's high. The chop box that we're looking for with Tesla is this. Right in here. Somewhere around these areas here. We start breaking down these targets. We're facing some downside. Right? So if we are to face resistance tomorrow, if there is a continuation to the upside, because the hourly time frame does suggest a little bit of an increase in volume. And Quentin Fox is saying, oh, dude, you know what? I'm going to share this with the team here just so that they can see what you're observing for the SPY. So Foxy, the Coin Fox, come to Papa. Right, so Coin Fox is actually experiencing these targets for the SPY, right? 491.81 measured move. We have a wolf, right, experiencing the downside of around 502. So that inflection could be at 503 that we're speaking of. We have the head and shoulders potential formation with the bounce and validation of the resistance or newly converted resistance from the rising wedge. And this would honestly take us down to those targets, right? So if we are to experience those targets, then yeah, I'm looking at a 503 inflection. We get that test, we either decide to go to the upside, continue to the upside, or we fail this to the downside. But this all is going to be forward guided by the Powell speech. The charts are giving us a hint. And I am going to admit, yes, they are giving us a hint that we may be seeing something negative. But we don't know what guys, do not try to guess what the Fed is going to say. We don't know what they're going to say. JPP has his own mind and he's over there just, not even his own wife knows. That's complete speculation. But I'm just saying, right? We don't know that. Okay, so wait for it, right? Wait for this. Somebody open my laptop. Stop opening it. Anyway, so don't wait for it. Let's just be reactive to this. But anyway, Tesla, let's continue on with this. If we're getting the downside pressure here, that's literally because we're getting it from the immediate short-term time frame. Right? We're getting a downside pivot here on the 15-minute time frame of Stokes. 30-minute time frame is already feeling that pressure as well, right? So if that is the case, then let's look at the hourly. Freaking every chart is going to have this now. Let's look at the hourly time frame. I'm going to have to go and close my laptop if this happens. Okay. Yeah, we're getting this nice little. Actually, you know what? Let me try to forward look that information. Let me put this look back period of 1 with a smoothing factor of 1, consolidation with downside. Okay. Yeah, so we're catching the very early signals here for a continuation to the downside, right? So it still has some upside to it, which means to me that we may be experiencing an immediate short-term time frame pullback. That pullback, we could see a bounce from the area of about 163.22, get the upside here and start getting this resistance from the top side of about 164.90 to 165.18. We can get that 165.18 resistance. Let this thing drop, right? Have this thing continue to run to the downside until we reach those targets of about 160. So as soon as we start breaking that 160 zone, then we're going to start seeing a huge downside on this. Measured moves can be implied here as well. So far, I'm looking at a low of about 160.51. Breaking that 160.51 will take us to a few other targets. Cryptic spoke about the target of about 153.40. That is a target for us to observe because that is a complete ATR drop. That would be your daily average true range drop, right? This has $8 to $9 in ATR. So expect that downside move if you break the 160.50 area. Okay. Now, if we are able to continue to the downside, which means that the buy daily signal is which means that if the buy daily signal still is continuing with this expansion and this downside of stochastics, then we're all going to be able to bet the downside on Tesla for more than a run of just 150, right? So we're looking at the new targets of around 149.49 to 147.19. Break that 153 zone, get these targets right in there. That leads me to your this is the average drop based on this historical volatility versus stochastic momentum backtest. These are all of my samples here. This is the backtest. This is the data set. We already experienced a standard deviation, 68% of the results on a standard distribution curve. This was your 68% of the runners, right? Or the performers. Or 34%, whichever way you want to see it. Your average breakdown here would lead to a 14.70% decline. Now that 14.70% decline, I'm going to bring this closer to here so that we don't have to travel so far. That 14.70% decline is leading us to this target right here. Right there. To 151.66. Very much confluent to Cryptic's target of a 153. Absolutely perfect. So keep in mind these targets here with the break of the 150 to the 160 level, right? 160.50, 160.50, whatever you have on your broker. Break that target. These will be your next ones here. I do have further targets for Tesla, by the way. So if we are experiencing a continuation to the downside beyond those bounds, we have another target to observe right down here. This would be the lower bound, or well, I guess in this case, we can consider this the upper bound of the first standard deviation for a 24.60% drop down into the zone. You're seeing it right. 133.96 to 135.39. With validation of continuation, this signal has us dropping to there. But the first initial signal to the to this zone here where we already experienced, to the 160, that initial signal had an 83% probability. And now the 83% probability that we would hit the average breakdown is about to fire off again. Oh, man. So this thing could really take a big dump. So heads up, guys. Heads up on this. Tesla is almost a slam dunk play. You know, this is just crazy. It's absolutely huge. So I love it. Coin Fox is saying Tesla's pulling a Neo. Oh, dude, I remember. It really is, man. Absolutely insane. But yeah, that's it. That's it for your Tesla analysis, right? Massive downside here, team. And right, so let's take a look at energy right here, right? So at the XLE, we were pointing out a potential breakout of this thing soon. Bi-weekly time frame has still around 4 days and 16 hours to close. This is a very bullish sector right now, which honestly I do believe that to be the case. Right? So whenever you do Cryptic Trader saying 102 final target if it shits out, right? Oh man, dude, can you imagine the pressure of buying down at the $100 level? Cryptic, that'd be ridiculous, bro. I even encourage us to hold a few. Oh my God, dude, that'd be insane. Oh, dude. But guys, right? So what I was saying here is that when risk on assets are experiencing a little bit of a downside, then the energy sector could be one to observe for a continuation to the upside. So your DXY, same thing, right? Oil futures, upside. Your yields, all that stuff, right? So energy is looking pretty bullish at this point, and I do expect there to be a continuation to the upside in this. So if there is a continuation on energy, then let's observe the shorter time frame for this. What is the 4-hour telling us? Look at that, guys. I mean, if we look at this, are you like I'm really telling you this, guys, from 79 to 90 freaking $2 over the last 3 months. Like yeah, we get these little chops here and there, right? But you're just experiencing massive upside in the energy sector. So this is maybe we should be trading energy, right? So I'm just saying, it doesn't matter. All right. Anyway, yeah, we have a very nice increase in volume over the last 2 weeks, which only presents an upside continuation for this too. So volatility versus momentum is showing a little bit of a shift to the downside here. So let's take that breather. Where is it that we can land and find a continuation? Well, I see it already, right? It looks like the 8-hour time frame will experience a drop here, which honestly speaking, I think we could drop in here at around the 89.40, maybe down to the 88.79 and still catch that upside. But 88.79 does have a little bit of a range, right? So 88.79, let's pair it with this top side here of the price action, 88.13 to about 88.79-ish, right? This gap here could be, or I'm sorry, that support line could be the zone where we could find a bounce for the continuation to the upside. And if that really is the case, then energy would drop regarding the RSI back down into the area, which is called the bullish control zone or the bull strength percentile and the gravitational zone. So you would not only experience support from the SMA 14, but also from the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile. So very, very interesting drop here. And we would then continue to the upside. But until then, I will say that we do have still, increasing volume to the upside. So it's, until then, it's just going to be speculation, right? Dude, what is that? Cryptic, is that for real? Oh my God. Damn. That's gnarly. Take a look at that Tesla. What the hell is that? Is that a battery? That could be a battery, right? Damn. Damn, dude. All right, so that's going to be your energy sector there, team. Heads up on this because it does have a continuation to the upside even still. And dare I say that if it does continue to that upside, this would imply that risk on assets may experience a continuation further to the downside, and by a long shot. I mean, by a lot. For now. So macro time frame retracement is what I'm talking about here, right? So 50% the formation, right? Let's go ahead and catch a little bit of a signal here, right? Some upside targets for XLE could be 110.84. Take a look at the back side of the triangle, right? For your lesser probability but still viable target of about 128.85. And your breakout target would be implied to be, let's just say that we were to break out here on the week of April 8th. That would put us to a topside target of about 103.36, all of which are suggesting a break of the $100 mark. So, yeah, heads up on this, right? CoinFox has some targets for us to observe, so if you would like to take some notes here, then let's go ahead and put them down. These are the CoinFox targets, right? AMD. We do have an SMCI there as well, and we also have MST in there and NVIDIA. CoinFox 153 AMD. NVIDIA, we have a 630, if I'm reading that correctly, right, to about 550. Microsoft, dude. And then Microsoft, let's see. That would have a $385 target here, right? So just Make sure to note these down, right? I didn't keep consistency here. What the hell's going on with you guys? Then we have the last one you're talking about was what? Tesla. And I completely agree with these targets, team. I mean, honestly, the targets that Cryptic and CoinFox and I have together, they're pretty damn similar. Like, all of those are pretty damn similar. 125 to, what was it? Damn, to about 95. Actually, the measured move that Sebastian Lim has $100. Cryptic Trader has a measured move of 102 if it really craps the bed. And that could be a kind of a final bottom per his analysis, right? So heads up on those targets as they are viable. And these are kind of the macro outlooks right here, right, for your tickers: AMD, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Tesla. So heads up on those. And Sebastian is saying puts, let's go. Let me just open up that window. It's getting a little hot in here. Just a sec, team. Way too hot. Way too hot. Got it. All right. CoinFox is telling us to short the bounce, right? CoinFox. Oh my goodness, man. That's your cup. Good times indeed, my dude. My goodness. Let's see. All right, so Joseph, what's up, man? If you do a Fibonacci retracement from the lowest to the highest, it gives you about $70. Damn, bro. Mark Roach, what is up, my dude? Yes, we just finished covering Tesla right now. So that would literally, right, bro? This thing is man. We could be experiencing a continuation to the downside. Wait for the little bit of a pump here, right? 165.18 to 164.90 potential. Then it looks like this thing is gonna probably dead cat here, man, and it's gonna continue. Break that 160.51. We're seeing about 150. So potentially tomorrow. So oh man. Options saying sure, Nvidia will reach the that target CoinFox after the split. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Tesla forming what appears to be an inverse. Yeah, that Adam and Eve inverse cup, man, those are no good. Definitely no good. All right. But yeah, that other thing, team, please keep an eye. Just keep an eye on your Apple chart, right? Because this thing could be showing us a really ridiculous downside, and that could just weigh the entire market down. So heads up on that. Nvidia, let's see, it's stuck in a chop box right now, man. I will say that there is a high probability that this thing may not move. Mark Roach, I mean, yeah, you could rewind, buddy, and watch it the way that I really explained it all. But to sum it all up, I just literally, what I just said right there is pretty much like what I wish I could just always do. I can just tell you, short-term upside to this target here, potentially going to fall down this, fail that target, down to there. Let's go. But yeah, man, I know you like to be thorough, so yeah, I encourage it. Sure. I'm talking about, we may be stuck on a little bit of a chop zone here, right? We're going to have to get over this 862.44 to 895.53 in order for us to get anything moving here. And something tells me that we may be stuck in here until that, when is that meeting, by the way? So CoinFox is saying NVIDIA will get there long before the split. $30 average true range. It will be 6 weeks or less for 630. Oh, interesting times. Oh, that's very, I like it, but I'm just saying, team, to just be careful, right? This week is going to be incredibly volatile. This is one of the, this is one, every Powell speech is important, right? But this is one of the ones, man. This is one of the ones. Please go ahead and consider hitting that link in the chat. YouTube, join the ARCa Bulls trading team. Come on by. So, Mark Roach, very similar to Cryptic Trader, he has a Tesla target low of 102.98. All right, let me. I'll give you. I'll just say them out loud. Screw it. Let's put them together. The measured moves. I'm talking about the stat bottoms. So 34.49 at the upper bound of the second standard deviation. Sorry. 116.54. Dude. And let's do one more. That's going to be the lower bound of your third, or the upper bounds of the third standard deviation. Let's put them in right now. That's going to be 44.39% decline. $98.89. So there goes dumb shit again. I'm gonna put a rope across, man, so I can make that full fall, and let's see what's up. Let's see what he talks shit about. It's 10 p.m. What the hell is he doing? Fucking loser. Anyway, so that's my measured move, team. I haven't spoken about them, but I've already calculated them for I've had them here for a week. But downside targets are to be figured here, literally, all the way from the first targets of around 150 that we're looking for, all the way down to 98.89. And they're just the stats. Don't take them as certainties. They're just statistics. And then we'll see what's up. I'll make sure to send you. Let's see. QuintFox saying the next drop is going to be a kick in the face, in my opinion. The train is leaving this week. Cryptic Trader, come on by so I can... come and join the ARCa Bulls trading team so I can show you the pictures of Cryptic Trader and his gay boyfriend in bed. One time only. $5 a pop, by the way. Joseph ARCa, can you contact Pelosi to see if she closed her position on NVIDIA? Man. Later, Coin. Be safe, bro. I'll see you in the morning, Coin. Thank you for everything, my bro. Pelosi, man. Pelosi's a joke. Get out of here with, man. I hate that name. But that's it, team. I appreciate everybody for coming on out. We didn't cover it, man. Let me see. Let me see it anyway. Actually, let me do this thing. Options. I'm gonna catch you later, bro. Let me see it real quick for you, Smoke. See what's up, man. Let's see. Hold up. Hey! Dumbass. Later, Crip. Be safe, buddy. I'm gonna catch you in the morning. I'm just gonna be out here kicking these fools' ass. I hope he looked over. Shit. Let him come by. I don't care. Yeah, I already told him. I don't care. He can buy all he wants. I don't care. Anyway, getting people all worried here, man. It's 10 p.m. Can't be doing that. Ian, thanks, my brother. Just put an order in for the Tesla puts. Wait. Hold on, buddy. We're talking about a potential upside on Tesla. That could go up to 162. Hold up. All right. Anyway, so SOUN, right? We were talking about a potential upside move on this and a continuation to the upside. Let me observe here volatility and momentum. If nice. Okay, that's corrective. Oof. Okay, we're hovering here, man. We're hovering here. But we're validating a new leg up, right? This has a short-term downside coming up. There could be a loading zone soon. Actually, yes. Okay. So look at this thing. Guys, wait, hold on. So ARCa, April 36, 135, 145 puts. I don't know. I have to take a look at the open interest. I need to see delta. I need to look at the implied volatility on it. I have no idea. But I'm not thinking puts until we get the resistance validated at 162. This is a bearish formation, team. All right, this is a descending triangle at the top of a trend. This does have a measured move. It looks like we would come back down to around 812, and if we fail 812, then we're looking at the prior day low. Yeah. Heads up at about 801. Hold on. Okay, actually here. Heads up on the targets of 850. Following target would be 801. And I expect to see a potential 7. I don't know that we'll go lower than this, but I think we could reach all the way down to 756 before an upside continuation on SOUN, right? So this is chopping around, and I assume it's because of the small cap. Dude, I assume it's because of the small caps, IWM. So oh, I see. You're putting in your limit. I got you. Yeah, so expect that there is an immediate short-term time frame downside, but the upper time frames, they're kind of corrective, right? We're getting an upside pivot here on stochastics. We're getting some decompression, meaning that this could be the short release right here. Let's see the 6-hour time frame, upside correction too. Yeah, we I think by mid-session tomorrow to the maybe power hour, I think SOUN could be experiencing a recovery. So be careful with that, all right? Super freaking careful with that, because that, man, it's a very it's a good play, and especially since we have the NVIDIA conference coming up. If that thing rallies, this thing rallies. So option saying, wow, look at the open interest on the 150 puts 426. Laughing my ass. Dude, is that because it's like 3 or is it because it's in the thousands and thousands? I've seen a couple options. Options. I'm speaking to you. I'm saying that I've seen a couple options in the chain that have had like 40 in Tesla, and I'm like, oh man, that's not a trap at all. So heads up on those, right? Aaron, where are you at? I'll look at it for you, man, before I go. I got to take my daughter out to drive. All right. So, let's take a look at this for Aaron here. You still in, buddy? Let me know. Aaron Salentine, I speak to you. Let me know that you're still in, buddy. Oof. What day was this? Over 13,000. See, Joseph, there you go. Happy St. Patty's Day to you, Mark. Lian. Gotcha, buddy. Here I am. Was this the dividend? Damn, dude. What the hell am I going to do with this one candle? I'm like over here like, what is that? So, I will say that it looks bullish, right? But hold on. Let me see. Okay, the 12-hour candle did close above the prior day, the prior 12-hour, the prior bar's close. That's a good sign. Let me take a look at the immediate short term. Let me see maybe an hourly. Okay, there. Let me go shorter. Damn. Okay, so there's enough thrust-ish, right, from the immediate. Let me see the 5-minute. A little corrective there. No, yeah, there's enough thrust from the 10-minute to the 15 into the 30 to suggest a top side. I don't think it would go there. I think the next upside that we could experience here would probably be around 38.96, but there is an upside implied here. It's just a little hard to tell because whenever this crap happens, when you have this incredible shift in price, these are all the candles up here, and when it shifts to the downside like this, your indicators get shocked. That they see that as like a huge expansive move immediately because it was an incredible volatility, but it wasn't volatility that presented this. This was just the dividend split or the ex-dividend adjustment, right? So that's why the indicators are kind of shocked like this. But if I'm looking at this in raw price action from like the 15-minute time frame, I can see that you have enough thrust for a continuation to the upside. I just can't see beyond 39.09. The obvious target beyond 39.09 would be your 51.38. So if it really is that simple of an upside, then that would be the case here. Break the 39.02. I would say with maybe an hourly close or a 15-minute to hourly close above that 39.02, validate that support. Then the jump from 39 to around 51 cents, that could be very easy. Right, but it's driven by sentiment as well, right? So a lot of people may see the chart and they're going to see, oh, this thing got shorted to oblivion. They don't even know that it was this dividend split. So a lot of the times it's very speculative. It's very speculative to play what could be looked at as a panic dip buy. So that type of strategy has a lot of psychological implications, but technically speaking, I do see an upside continuation from here, brother. So please be safe. Okay, I'm sorry that I can't really say much more. It's just that all of this data got erased. So this thing, oh, dude, look at all that information that Mark is providing. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Take, is Cyber's on the left? I'll see you, Cyber. All right, you guys. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for tonight, team. Let's go ahead and close up shop here, and consider joining the ARCa Bulls trading team. We will be playing these plays. You got it, Aaron. No problem, brother. We will be playing these plays come tomorrow. All right, team. So, and I'm actually announcing the continuation to my track 4 students tomorrow. I'm announcing the continuation to their studies into the segments called strategies, furthering the lectures a bit more out of demand. So I'm gonna see if we can get this program to further and go deeper into strategies. So go ahead and get in touch with me if you are interested in that, right? arcabulls@gmail.com, or to be better put out and keep everybody in one place, ArcMastersCourse at Gmail. And we will go over moving average strategies. It's going to be formation strategies, psychological strategies, all kinds of segments and strategies as continuation. Mark Roach, love you, buddy. Thank you so much for everything you do. Don't say that, buddy. I understand, Smokescreen saying, count me in for that, man. I had a feeling that you would say that, my brother. Send me the email and I'll go ahead and shoot you the information. But yeah, that is the continuation. And it's very briefly going to touch on the elements, right? Meaning that, obviously this is what a candle represents. Now let's go into strategies, right? So it's not going to be so much in depth as the original, as the master's course, right? That one, I have to kaput that one for now. I'm going to continue for the students here, but I will offer it to those who are interested and as well, right? But send me an email and we'll go ahead and get that thing rolling. But thank you so much, everybody, for coming by. Yeah, Seb, that's the Sebastian. Take a look at the ones that Options just said. The freaking, which one did he say? I'll tell you right now before I leave. It's the 150 puts for April 26th. Those have about, he said it has over 13,000 in open interest. So heads up on those, Seb. For Tesla. Yeah. Mark Roach, do I ever I know this. I'll see you, Candace. Be safe. You too, Aaron. Take care. All right, team. So let's go ahead and capitulate, right? And we're let me just say goodbye to the family right here, team. Just a moment. Yeah, man. Demands a lot. We got to provide, Mark Roach. Love you, buddy. But text me up. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, yeah. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, I wish you well a very, very good night. And I promise, I will catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios, team.